Hello everybody, I'm Brian Freedman, wine specialist for winechateau.com, and today we're tasting a wine that I am expecting to be a bit of a blockbuster. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because it did get 95 points from Robert Parker. And whatever you think about him, and all critics in all areas of criticism are going to have people who love him and people who hate him. But the truth is, 95 points from Parker, regardless of your personal feelings, these are typically some pretty great wines. So what are we featuring today? We have the Parusso Barolo Bussia 2006. Again, 95-point Parker rating. Let's see how this one is actually showing today. I'm really curious because this is sort of early on. I mean, it's only an 06. We're only talking 4 or 5 years at this point. So the question for me is, how's it drinking now? What's its life expectancy? And how are we going to use this wine, right? What kind of food? So let's give it a swirl and a smell. God, that's beautiful. There's something very exotic here. I mean, yes, we're getting some cherry fruit. I'm getting some, actually now, I'm getting, believe it or not, a little bit of fig, maybe some wild strawberry, a touch of blueberry. But for me, what's really fascinating about this is this spice note. There is a note of cardamom sort of hovering above the whole thing. It's a touch sweet. It's certainly a bit perfumed. There's some rose water in this. I mean, this is really the complete package. Let's actually see how it tastes. It's a really promising nose. Okay. 3 things are happening here that we have to talk about. Number 1, right on the attack, it's plush. For a second or two, it's pure velvet. Then all of a sudden, just like that, the tannins clamp down. The structure of this wine, this is a wine that's built for the long haul. So all of a sudden, it's beautiful right off the bat, and then dry. Certainly, like so many great Barolos, this is going to keep on lasting for years and years to come. Then on the finish, not even on the finish, just on the back of the mid-palate, we get this amazing acidity. It's very fresh. It's an intensely fresh, mouth-watering wine. Really interesting. Let's actually go back and taste it because we were just focusing so much on the tactile nature of it. Yeah, more of that fig, blueberry pie, blueberry cobbler filling, maybe even a little bit of the crust. The roses are back, that cardamom, that spice note is still there. There's even a touch of creaminess on the finish, but again, it's quite drying with the tannins. This is a wine that I would say, to enjoy it, hold on to it for another 5 to 7 years, leaning towards 7, and then it'll keep on drinking well after that. But quite honestly, there's so much going on here. It's as much a joy for the intellect as it is for the taste buds. So I would open one up now, open one in 3 to 5 years just to see where it's going. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of a great-looking person that maybe you met at the local bar or dance club, and then you start talking to them, and they're getting their PhD in conceptual physics. It's beautiful. It's intriguing. It is endlessly fascinating. Good call, Robert Parker. 95 points, well worth it. We're going to stop filming now because, frankly, I just want to finish this glass. Probably another 1 or 2 to boot. I'm Brian Freedman, wine specialist for winechateau.com. As always, thanks for stopping by. Cheers. And today we're tasting a wine that I'm really excited about. This is something I've said it. Well, this one's certainly. I'm Brian Freedman, wine specialist for Mike. I can see you smile. You're not smiling, are you? It's in my brain.